Welcome back, Phosphor fans, for yet another obscure Apple II classic. We kind of went through a little stretch there where we were doing, it seemed, wall-to-wall arcade ports. And so, for this round of games, I'm trying to do something a little bit different. And, you know, maybe do some originals or what I call on my Select Game podcast and videocast for the Odyssey 2, what I call near-beer games, which are obviously inspired by something else, and I think that definitely fits the bill here. So we are waiting for the game to boot up. Cavern Creatures. I actually have this on I either have this on a floppy, I have a small stack of floppies left from my original Apple II collection. And I have an original store-bought disc of this from 1983 by Datamost, with a surprise at the end, if you're good enough. Spoiler, I'm probably not. But hey, maybe I'll surprise even myself. The art was by Art. Good job, Art. So Cavern Creatures draws its inspiration from a game on the Atari 8-bit series of computers called Caverns of Mars. Except what Cavern Creatures does is it kind of gets meta with it. As you can see, it is borrowing objects from other games as well as random objects like a Pope hat there. Wow, they were way ahead of the Twitter curve there back in 1983 before Twitter existed. You know, a recognizer from Tron, a TIE fighter. So it's kind of Caverns of Mars meets Vanguard, and they are getting seriously whoa. Welcome to Cavern Creatures, a fast-action, challenging adventure game. Play begins at the entrance of a long, winding cavern, inhabited with creatures blocking your escape to the underground city. The end battle will be a surprise, correctly spelled this time, that no one can miss. Hit any key to continue. Alright, I hit the any key, so in theory it should be continuing just any time. Alright, so here we are. When you die, you can reposition your ship. Thank goodness. Eyeball. Centipede. Inspired, no doubt, by the Buckner and Garcia song. Oh, a Space Invader. And a bowl of something. A cloud. A bunch of grapes. A Pope hat. A thing that I should have seen coming. Smiley face. Rubik's Cubes are indestructible in this, by the way. You shoot them, it changes the colors. Do a pretty nice job of using the color palette of the Apple II's high-res mode, really as best you can. I mean, all 6 of the colors, if you count black and white as colors, instead of as a void, as I had an art teacher who once continually insisted, then yeah, we're using both of the colors. Okay, another Space Invader. Ow. A lollipop, a turtle. A piece of tractor feed printer paper that says die. Thank you for the sentiment. I was trying desperately to slow myself down and not actually hit anything, but obviously I was failing. Oh. Ah! I think that's game over. It's, yeah, it has nothing to offer you in terms of words of comfort. Game over. Try again. I'll spare you the opening graphic. Yeah, it's something I had to point out is the cavern creature has no pants. So, just for the record, I do. So, let's try this again. Oh, come on. Let's see, Pac-Man, a centipede. So really, you know, before the movie Pixels came along, there was this. You know, you already had people using fairly recent games. This was what, 1983? You had, you know, games from 1980 as retro reference points. Of course, everyone knows what a TIE fighter is now. In fact, there are probably people who know what TIE fighters are, do not know what bow ties are, and therefore don't really know the real reason they're called TIE fighters. Because the twin ion engine thing, that's what you call a backronym, where you give something a name and then you invent an acronym so that it makes some sort of marginal, nominal sense. Yeah, die to you too. Thank you for that. I'm glad they give you lots of ships, but I apparently need more than what they're willing to give me. Ah. Okay. Oh, and I just bought the farm. Or at least made a significant down payment on it, probably with earnest money. Cavern creatures. Okay, so I'm going to give this one more go. Because I have made it to the end of this game. I can tell you what the surprise is. I'd rather show you, but I may have to just tell you. Because I may not be good enough to ever reach it again. Now, when I was 11 years old, that was a whole different story. Well, I suppose I should go ahead and tell you, so massive spoiler alert here, folks. The surprise waiting for you at the end. The boss battle that you had to survive to win the game. After a series of increasingly difficult tunnels and setups like this, you were confronted with a graphical representation of the object that was allowing you to play this game in the first place. Namely, your friendly, trusty Apple II computer. And a rather nice rendering of it, as I remember. Whew. Didn't think I was going to make it there. And I'm not going to make it now. I'm doing slightly better in this play along than I was before. Okay. Obviously they were borrowing just a wee little bit from Imagic's laser gates on the 2600. I love laser gates. I don't like green Pac-Men with teeth, however. Thank you very much, Cavern creatures, for that nightmare material. Spiders. If I can even glimpse the surprise at the end, I'll consider this a victory. I have not played this game since, how old was I when it came out, when I got it? 11? Okay, so I was as old as my oldest kid is now when this game came out, and I really have not played it since then. Another recognizer. Nightmare turtle there. Thank you for that. I'm just blasting away for everything I'm worth, which may or may not be a whole lot. Oh! This game needs continues, and it doesn't have them. So, there you go, a little homage, if you will, to Caverns of Mars on the Atari 8-bits in the form of Cavern creatures for the Apple II. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more Apple obscurities pretty soon.